Hey guys, it's Micah and Tori helping couples stay out of trouble. And today we want to talk about why marriages fail.
Well, millions of reasons for sure if we get individualized and specific. But generally speaking, in my observation, one of the things that I've noticed that causes marriages to fail is inaccurately assessing what marriage really is, not having a full grasp on what it is and why. You haven't seen it really. You haven't seen it modeled a lot of times. You haven't seen it, other than TV or, vaguely in your house, depending on your parental situation. But, it's like planning for a trip to Alaska when all the pictures they've sent you are of beaches and palm trees. You're going to show up there completely unprepared because a lot of what people that are married give off is the energy like, oh yeah, it's great, it's wonderful. And that's not always the case. It's great and it's wonderful, but there's so much more to it. There's so much work that has to be done, so much energy that has to go into it, so much communication. And those things aren't broadcast, those things aren't talked about until it's like detrimental. It's like, oh, well, we need counseling, we need to talk to somebody, we need to whatever. So a lot of the reason for me that I've seen marriages fail is because they came in completely unprepared for what marriage really is.
I agree. And I think another thing is we lose connection. And so we're human beings and we're not always going to wake up on the right side of the bed. We're not always going to have the right attitude. And in order to stay married and be married and happy, you have to continue to reconnect, right? Because you lose connection on a daily basis.
Every day.
Every day you're going to...
When you leave the house, boom, disconnected.
You're going to lose connection every day. Even if you're in the house, you might not be on the same vibration or have the same type of attitude. And so what you have to do is be able to accept a reach when somebody's trying to reconnect with you. A lot of times we catch that attitude and it's over for the rest of the day. It's like, don't talk to me at all. Even when somebody may be extending an olive branch and saying, I said something wrong, or, hey, come on, we don't have to fight, or let's get along. And so if both people are giving up on that reconnecting piece, because like I said, daily there's a disconnection. But if both people are giving up on the reconnecting, then the relationship is over. There's nothing else. In our coaching sessions, we tell our clients that we have this formula, which is communication plus quality time equals connection. And that's a daily feat. It's something that you have to do consistently, or what do you have?
Not a marriage.
Not a marriage.
At least not a healthy one. And that's the thing. We were joking, and we can probably end here, but we were joking the other day about when we were dating. We used to have like these 4, 5, 6, 7 hour conversations. Look at him looking like he doesn't want to reveal he was a cake. But yes, we used to talk like, now that we're married, we live in the house together, we have a wonderful family. Mm-hmm. We don't talk for no 4 and 5 hours. Who has the time? Who has the energy? Because a lot of it is, I got them now, I don't have to do that or whatever. Why that's your mentality, I don't know, but it shouldn't be, because you have to keep that connection built. You have to keep it established. And you do that by continuing to reach out, continuing to communicate, continuing to invest in your partner and make that quality time, because it's so vital. You may not have 5 hours to cake on the phone, but you have 5 minutes to send a text, or to just walk up to them randomly and hug them and say, hey, I hope you're having a good day. Or he asks me all the time, where you at? What's going on? Small little things like that, for me as the recipient, makes me feel like there's a level of care and concern there that creates safety. It creates a place to be honest. It creates a place to foster that connection. It creates a place to find each other again at the end of every day.
Safety, that's a very important word. That's at the root of people. Safety is the most important thing, because if we feel unsafe, that's when those negative emotions come in of anxiety and depression jealousy and all this other. It's like, because you don't feel safe. You're not secure in either yourself or your relationship. Either way, safety is probably the most important thing in relationships in general, not just romantic ones, but just relationships. Safety is the most important thing. So, stay married, stay happy.
Yeah,
Marriages don't have to fail. You can do it.
You can do it.
We're doing it. Take care.